Good morning, everyone. I'll just give it a minute or so for some latecomers to arrive. Right, we shall make a start, and hopefully if Kevin's got the admit button, any latecomers can join us. So good morning, everybody. A lovely sunny day to start the week. Welcome to everyone who's joined us, and I will embarrass Laura by saying it's lovely to see some familiar faces back again. So welcome back, Laura. Lovely. Okay, let's start. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Claire Holmes. I'm the Ops Manager for Cancer, and there's various members of the senior team join the call today. A little bit of housekeeping. Kevin's already put in the chat, but we are recording this morning's session. So please, if you could try and keep your mics muted, and any comments, any questions, thoughts, whatever you would like to say, please use the chat function, and we will try and get to those before the end of the session. So hopefully, Kevin, if we can go, are you driving? Next slide, please. Whoever's driving. So this morning for you, we've got a little bit of an update on our governance. So this is our incidents, risks, health and safety, things like that. We've got the Cancer Hospital team here to do an update, a very exciting update, hopefully for you all. And then I'll go on and just talk about what we said we were going to do last year in terms of, we call it a business plan, what we actually achieved, and then what's in store for us in the next year. And then there's our good old question and answer session at the end. So please start thinking of questions and add them into the chat. That would be really helpful. Super. So governance update. I'm hopeful Kevin and I are going to do a bit of a double act on this one. So you'll hopefully recognise some of these slides. There's a huge amount of data and information on here, so we won't get through it all in individual sort of levels of depth. But these should come to your departmental governance or directorate meetings, whatever you call them. And this data should be out there for you all to sort of see and use. If you've never seen this before, if you have no idea what this even means, please talk to either your line manager, your ward manager, lead nurse, deputy ops manager, whoever is sort of head of your department, and they will have access to all this data. So we're looking here, this is our incidents for the last quarter, so how many incidents we've reported. I think I said last time that reporting an incident can be seen as a bad thing. Actually, it's a really good thing. We should be recognising where we maybe haven't done something quite in the way that we should have done, or there might be a near miss if something, if we've just managed to catch it in time. So yeah, incidents are good things. You can see our sort of big reporters here, are haematology and oncology. They're big departments in themselves. And obviously lots of those patients coming for chemotherapy, radiotherapy, they're really proactive at reporting any incidents. The one that I really wanted to highlight on here, I think, is the bottom right-hand corner graph. So this is how long it takes us to investigate. And this is where, if we've said that something hasn't gone well for a patient or a member of staff, if something's happened that wasn't what we wanted, we really need to look into and investigate why that happened quickly and put some actions in place to stop it happening again, or to make sure if there's an action that we need to take for that patient or that member of staff, that we've done it quickly. And you can see here we've got incidents that are over day 40 that still are open and still need investigating. There will be perfectly valid reasons behind some of those, that we might be waiting for external information from another hospital. We might be waiting for some results to come back, that sort of thing. But we really should be looking at how long it takes us to investigate and getting some of these long waiting incidents down. So I think I've taken an action this morning to chase some people who've got those incidents on their list of things to do to try and to get those completed and reduce that list. Next slide, Kevin, unless you wanted to chip in on anything. So as said earlier, the really important thing that we do here is learn from our incidents. We don't just tick a box and close them down. We look at why have they happened, what can we do to maybe share any learning across directorates. So just because something might have happened in gynae oncology doesn't mean that breast and oncology and haematology can't learn from it. So all of these numbers on these tables are all incidents that we've reported. And what we need to make sure is we're picking out any of that learning. So things like There'll be normally ones on here, sort of administrative process delays on the bottom category. Why are we causing ourselves sort of administrative processing errors, and what can we do to learn from those and use the tools that we've got better? So that's where I'd really like to focus in the next few months, is doing some of that learning. You can see there's all sorts of incidents there for all sorts of things, and so they'll all have a story behind them, but that learning is important.
I think on that note, it's worth just saying, if there are incidents in your area that you learn things from that you think could be beneficial to be shared wider, then email us and bring them here, present them back here so other people can hear them and what they are,